Here's the trekker, maybe 100 miles northwest of Salt Lake. Yeah, luckily I saw this sign here. It's supposed to say Emigrant Pass. And over here is a gold mine out in this desert. And this is Rosebud Creek. Not too bad. Not really muddy. And basically I'm just going up into the hills, up in elevation to cool off. Hopefully find some shade for a camp tonight. Okay, this is the Devil's Playground over here. This was so brilliant and such a contrast, I had to come back and film it. And Rocky Pass is over here. We're gonna go up there. Hot damn, that was a blast coming up here. I got to run it out in second gear coming up this road in the sand. Just giving it some short little blasts to get up here. And the scenery is more than I expected to find. This was just kind of a random getaway up here. Here's a good spot that'll be shaded soon. Sun is gonna go that way. Look at this fabulous view. And these cactuses are blooming everywhere up here. Yellow and pink flowers. Maybe a fuchsia color. I thought I saw some in here. Look. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. This is great. I'm getting goose flesh, everybody. Oh, look there. I'm up in the Grouse Creek Mountains, and I just read this is called the Muddy Range. Rocky Pass, and these rock formations are just stunning to be with. And I just took a lucky chance to drive up here. Had a great ride on the adventure bike. Nobody's coming up here. This whole place is mine tonight. There's a nice breeze up here. It's comfortable. It's warm, but it's not hot. What else? If you can see that there's a light coloring down at the bottom, that's the Great Salt Lake Desert. Great Salt Lake Desert down there. Probably a lot of the wind is coming off of that, from that direction. And again, here are these just fabulous flowers. And these smell kind of like cucumbers. There's another bunch over here. Look at that. Just beautiful. Okay. Ah, yes. This is my perch. And so this kind of diversionary route takes me around the north side of Salt Lake, in the Salt Lake Desert, and a very lightly traveled Highway 30 going towards Nevada. And that's to circumvent driving through Salt Lake City and I-80, which is just a gnarly driving mess. They're all amazing like this. This guy here is ancient. I thought this was like a dead stump, part of a dead stump, but this juniper is growing from it. Yeah, this side of this juniper tree is growing out of this stump, which is amazing. It's ancient. I'm just walking back to where I'm going to set my tent. And down here, I noticed there's a collection of scat. They're like a coyote or a bobcat. I'm coming along, and right up in here, there's a big one right there. And so, where they crawl up in here, probably for shelter. But these sticks more like resemble a bird nest. Yeah, there's tons of places in here. Good morning. Coffee. Oh yeah, forgot the coffee cup. It's quite a lot of activity up here last night. And even now, chukars, the chicken of a desert, and there was one just up on that boulder, the very top, watching me last night and this morning. They started up at around sunset, and just in here, there was a little cat hiss. You know, the guy was mad because this is where he does his business and catches mourning doves. There was a little rodent scurrying around, and I tried to stomp, slap my hand down to scare it away, not to come back, but he kept coming around You know, thankfully he didn't chew on anything, but I couldn't sleep, so I had to put my earplugs in. And then at night when I had to urinate, I was going and I had the earplugs in. And I said, whoa, is that an owl? So I took my earplugs out and there was an owl. I think he was in this dead tree over here, or maybe on the rock. But he was going for a while and he kept going, you know, even after I went back to bed. So it was busy last night up here. There's a couple things I want to say about the desert camping. One is you're going to experience insects that you haven't before. And yesterday I had these, they looked like the little stink bugs, the reddish black bugs that they like to be in the housing, like in the roofs and stuff. Little tiny ones. And they bit me pretty bad. Okay? In the tent I had no-see-ums biting my face while trying to go to sleep. And then because of the cows, I'm thinking the nagging little flies. Another thing is that the foliage and, you know, dried flowers and grasses, they are sometimes having little needles. The other thing too is that when they're dry, you'll come by and they'll kind of explode and pop out their seeds and fall apart and things. And those particles will get in your boots and your socks, unless you have, you know, your long pants. It'll bother you and, you know, make you itch.